these congressmen who aren't going to the inauguration led by Congressman Lewis. What do you make of that?
You know what, and I said that earlier today, and I really pray that people are hearing this. John Lewis, legendary, his legacy of civil rights activity is so powerful. He was trained by the best, Martin Luther King Jr. with my dad, A.D., Daddy King, in how to do nonviolent conflict resolution. I don't think he's forgotten, but I don't believe people are inviting him to use those skills. Those are the skills that are needed, the negotiation skills, the communication skills. So I'm really praying that we'll see that great John Lewis, that nonviolent, peaceful warrior again, because he's phenomenal. I admire that legacy so much. So I'm saying, folks, don't push him into a corner and have him fighting and seeming like he's confrontational when he is really the John Lewis that I know is a peacemaker. So that's the one I'm calling forth right now.
All right, I have no doubt he is, and his civil right gravitas and credentials are there for the world to see. He's got the scars to prove it, as do you.
He does. He needs to come back.
All right, but I got to ask you something, though. He has said similar things in the past. He was very much against George Bush, said he illegitimately won that election. I think he still went to the inauguration, but not too many years later, he was going after John McCain, essentially saying that he was a questionable character. I guess what I'm seeing is a pattern here, not really liking Republicans, which is fine if you don't flip them. But does he send a signal?
That's the politician.
Yeah, I know, but does he send a bad signal to his many followers and many now in the civil rights community that Donald Trump isn't a legitimate president? Is that fair?
I just left my cousin, Dr. Bernice King, the CEO of the King Center. I'm on the board. And she was reminding people, you know, my favorite quote from my uncle ML is, "We must learn to live together as brothers," and I added sisters. Bernice used that quote herself today. And so she's in the midst of this sea of contention and people wanting to be victimized or victims or strife and all of this. But we're going to be on tonight, live streaming from the King Center, talking about how you can still communicate without the contention. Bernie Sanders was there, turned the house down. When I was walking out to come and talk to you, I'm like, oh my God, but where's the rest of the voice? So we're going to tonight have people from every corner come into the center of the ring together. And that's why I'm saying we're almost to the point of being forced to communicate. We're almost there. So America, pray and get us there. Just pray with us. And Donald Trump Jr. tweeted out a picture. I was in Atlanta with him at a meeting not too long ago, and I said, I remember too. So I said, I'll see you in D.C. So, you know, actually, I'm going to the inauguration activities, and I'll be there praying, going to several prayer breakfasts and things like that. So everybody, don't buy into the contention. Tension is good. My uncle said that. Uncle ML, Daddy, Granddaddy. But tension should bring us together. Acts 17:26, we're not separate races. We're one race. Let's act like brothers and sisters, because I don't want to be a fool. I really don't.
Well, Martin Luther King III, I guess your cousin, had said that the Electoral College recognized that Donald Trump won the election, but said that Hillary Clinton saw a significant decline in minority vote totals of 10% or more, and in each of the states in which it happened, talking about Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan, it made up the difference. Absolutely. And went on to say that that difference in turnout may be attributed to legislative efforts to make it harder to vote. Do you buy that?
No, not legislative efforts to make it harder to vote. Some of that sometimes is there, but I've been out on the streets among the people going across America, and African Americans are saying about Mr. Donald Trump, President-elect, and I voted for Mr. Trump based on this basis. He says, you know what I'll do about racism? I'll make sure that everybody gets a level playing field. We all need jobs. We all need safety. We all need security. We all need homes. So many African Americans were saying, that really is our agenda. Our agenda is not abortion or sexual stuff and all of that. We want to have the same equal dignity, regardless of skin color. Mr. Donald Trump is proving that by even his appointment of Dr. Ben Carson. Everybody said, send him back to the operating room, let him do surgery. He says, Carson says, I'm going to do surgery in the inner cities of America. Mr. Trump gets it, And he's talking to many African Americans. He's reaching across the aisles, and by reaching across the aisles, that, again, the tension will force us to communicate. Neil, that is the key, really. It really is.
Well, I hope that can happen, but when 26, 27 congressmen opt out of inauguration, it does make it tougher because they won't be there to communicate.
Well, they didn't go. A lot of folks didn't go to President Obama's either. You know, I had 21 tickets from members of Congress that didn't want to go. And so my daughter told me the other day, she says, Mom, I had one of the best seats at President Obama's inauguration.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hope
so
springs
this
eternal.
happens all
Do you
the time.
think then racially, I can understand why many in the African American community would think anything after Barack Obama is a come down, but do you think relations between the races are better than they were?
You know what? They have to be better. I'm 66. My 66th birthday, January 22nd, coming up. And I remember colored water fountains, white water fountains, people in my face calling me names, spitting. I had to eat in little dingy holes while the other little girls my age, because of the skin color and hair color, were able to eat in the tea room with their mothers. So a lot of that is gone. But what we've got to do for the millennials is to teach what we went through. And while you're not entitled, you're going to have to work for something as well, because it could go back. It has not gone back. But we have a job to do, Neil. We really do.
Still, there must be something to a movie like Hidden Figures. The recounting of the role of minority women in the space program. That was the #1 movie of the weekend.